Ladies and gentlemen, there are over a dozen Black and Latino men in New York that said one particular cop have humiliated them by strip searching them. And the NYPD just keeps promoting and promoting and promoting this person. Am I surprised? No, no, not at all. So this is ProPublica, September 10th, 2020. Over a dozen Black and Latino men accuse a cop of humiliating, invasive strip searches. The NYPD kept promoting him. Christopher McCormack is one of the New York Police Department's highest ranking officers and an assistant chief. He helps oversee drug enforcement and organized crime investigations throughout the city. He was handpicked for the promotion 2 years ago by an old friend, James O'Neill, who was a police commissioner. So he claims he was always the first guy out of the car. His precinct commander said at the time, always the tip of the spear. He would earn his nickname Red Rage for his ginger hair and fiery temperament and aggressive approach to policing. So, in other words, he went on the street and went overboard. Nothing shocking. Street cop sergeant lieutenant by 2006, McCormack was running his own narcotics squad. Captain deputy inspector by 2011, he had his own precinct, more than 200 officers and that were under his command. His rise continued as a former colleague, like grease lightning. Along the way, police leaders were privy to an ever-growing list of complaints against McCormack, signs that his harsh tactics and heated temperament were pushing the limits. Some of the grievances were made in lawsuits that the city eventually settled. Others were submitted to the Civilian Complaint Review Board, created to investigate misconduct. Many in the allegation said they hid from the public. So there were a lot of complaints against this cop, and they kept it well hidden. Again, that blue wall of silence. Using court records, newly released data, and a trove of confidential documents, ProPublica has pierced together just how much top officials had to look past to promote him. The allegations against McCormack read in some ways like those against many other cops in the NYPD, that he was destructive in searching a home or overly physical with someone on the street. What stands out, though, is how often Black and Latino men accused him of invasive, humiliating searches. They said he would pull down their pants in public, exposing their genitals. Some said he used his fingers to search for drugs around and inside their anal cavities. That's disgusting to do something like that out in public. It's just nasty. Or directed his officers to do so. Well, they had to be crazy to do it on his instruction. All told, ProPublica found that at least 15 men spoke to this pattern of behavior. One man claimed he was told to get down on all fours while naked. Before he was probed with fingers, he was getting off on that shit, y'all. I'm just telling you, he was getting off on that. Okay. And McCormack searched them so violently, pulling crack cocaine from his anal cavity, that he felt the need to go to the hospital. Then there was a Kennedy, unique Kennedy, who said that McCormack dug around in his underwear It felt like somebody getting sexually abused and assaulted. McCormack is just one of dozens of high ranking NYPD officers who have risen despite allegations of misconduct in their record. 86 of roughly 420 officers in the department who currently hold a rank above captain, running precincts and other large commands and overseeing hundreds of officers, have tallied at least one misconduct allegation that was substantiated by the CCRB, meaning that investigators amassed enough evidence of offenses ranging from bad language to pistol whippings to say they happened and broke patrol guidelines. Most commonly involved the improper property entries and searches. For many of the officers, the complaints are dwarfed by a far larger list of those that are unsubstantiated, meaning the investigators could not reach a conclusion on what had happened. Sometimes complainants have no witnesses to support their claim. Other times, the NYPD failed to hand over key evidence. Yeah, because look, I did an article probably back in 2018, and it said if you go up to the NYPD, file a complaint against the cops, they were throwing that complaint in the trash can before you hit the door. So it would look like many of these cops had no complaints against them when the complaints were thrown away in the garbage can. That's some major corruption there. Major. Of at least 77 allegations made against him, 26 separate CCRB complaints, 29 were unsubstantiated, 5 were unfounded, meaning investigators concluded the incident never took place, and 27 were exonerated, meaning the conduct fell within patrol guidelines. Investigators had never proved that McCormack strip searched men in the streets, let alone penetrated them with his fingers. Though the city settled 4 lawsuits involving strip search allegations against him for a total of $184,500. In all, the CCRB substantiated 16 allegations lodged and 6 complaints, most involved in stops and searches of young men of color. No other high-ranking NYPD officer has amassed so many substantiated CCRB complaints. Yeah, but you let him get away with it and you kept promoting him, But it just goes to show you the level of corruption that's in the NYPD. We always knew this, probably one of the worst police forces in the entire country. I know there's some pretty bad ones. I know LAPD is another lousy police department, but it just seems like these big city police departments are all the worst. Even Chicago PD, shoot, they resolve very few murders. Shoot, instead of complaining about people in Chicago, you need to complain about their police department because they don't resolve anything. That's where your complaint should be. But I think this is disgusting to strip search someone out in public and stick your fingers in there. That's disgusting. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.